Why did it not start? Did it start? Oh, it started now. I don't know what went on.
Okay, so we're in a different setting. This is actually my house. I'm rich. Not actually night. I'm broke and I'm poor. And I'm a loser.
Yeah, we have to do it at his house because something happened to my computer.
And by something happened, I'm broken. He's broke now, and then he made me broke today.
Yeah, so I had to buy a whole new computer because I essentially tried to grab my Red Bull, and I pushed it straight into my entire PC, and I didn't have a case on it at that point, so it just.
My friend also recommended to get the case when he bought it.
Oh, you're so funny. You gotta bring that stuff up.
And today he roped me into buying a brand new desktop for myself.
It was his old desktop was from 2002, and it had an integrated graphics card, so there's no reason to keep it.
True. And this one is, I mean, I'm not essentially broke. I mean, I kind of am, but well, after I get my hair done, I will be broke. But this will have me do other things. There have been subscribers that have been asking for me to Twitch stream, but I don't even like Twitch that much.
That's not on this. You're on the wrong channel again.
Oh yeah.
It's not. That didn't happen in this stream. This channel.
Gosh.
No one asked you that.
You're running up my light bill. What are we talking about today?
Okay, so essentially what's happening today is we're talking about Optic Gaming actually confirmed that they're keeping Arrow. Which means that Arrow is now laning with Big, which means that team is still terrible.
All right. Well, since we broke down 2 other rosters, might as well break down this one.
Okay.
All right, top to bottom.
Okay, let's go top lane.
All right, so let's evaluate their last roster. The last roster had Power of Evil, Arrow Big, Dokla, and the jungler, Acadian. They kept the top laner. We power ranked him around 9th.
Solo? Oh no, this Dokla. I put him at 9th or 8th. I can't remember.
Yeah, he has some potential, but we're gonna have to see it.
I don't even know if he has potential. More so, is he's just a stable.
Yeah, he had sporadic moments of potentialness.
Potentialness. Wow, that's okay. Don't do that. But
Acadian.
Acadian's not on the team.
Acadian's now on TSM Academy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that people.
The jungler is gonna be both Meteos and Dardoch.
So theoretically, that is an upgrade.
That is 100% an upgrade. Either one of them is an upgrade from Acadian. So I think this is a great pickup for them. Though I don't understand why they have 2 of them. Why do they have both? Still don't understand that. But now in the mid lane they have Crown.
Hey. On their Twitter page is #Greenwall. Someone said #Paywall.
I guess. Okay, so in the mid lane they have Crown, which really, like, if you're gonna get an import mid, don't get somebody who struggled throughout the entirety of last season.
I mean, they want to give him a chance. They want to, redeem, be the org that redeemed the world champion.
If you get him in his prime, I think I respect it. I think that's a good pickup. But he doesn't.
How? It's gonna be okay. So here's your look at that. You bring another guy who had depression to another country. He doesn't have his mom or his dad or his siblings. It's in another country. He doesn't know any of these people. He has no friends over here.
I don't understand.
So and to cope with your depression, you're gonna be playing League with Big.
We just rag on Big too much. I feel like he's a nice guy,
but here's a problem. Like I don't get how his mental state's gonna improve by taking him to a different country, having nobody.
Change
of
scenery usually does it. I feel like the lack of stress that is brought on by the Korean coaches might have a help on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing I need to see from him is a return to form. He did pretty decently well in the spring split, so I could kind of respect it. But his summer split was just god awful. Like, even his spring split wasn't good. But
it was bearable.
It was. But 2017, he still looked fine. I think that he looked terrible towards the end and during Worlds. But for the most part, during 2017, he looked completely okay. So I think he hasn't been bad for too long, so I think he could easily come back to that form.
You got the bot lane of Arrow and Big. That's the exact same.
I think changes. Arrow is good. I think Arrow's still a good player. I do know he started playing.
The only thing that made Arrow laning with bad supports made him bad. That's not like a direction of your skill. He has to tone down his level of skill by this guy because he's not going to be able to keep up.
It's more so because essentially lane is dominated by supports.
Mm-hmm.
Bot lane is not dictated by the pace of the ADCs. More
sometimes.
So always. It depends. It really depends on the quality of each player, but for the most part, if it's equal players, supports for the most part just dominate the laning phase. They dictate the pace, they dictate who engages on who, and who's able to get ganks, and then ADCs farm until they can kill people.
Life.
But so that's the reason why I don't believe in this bot lane is because the person dictating the lane is Big now. Like, the fact that he stayed means that he has some form of respect for Big, in my opinion. I don't know why.
I think if Optic, oh my goodness, if Optic want any chance of winning, let's say going to playoffs, how about you start there? How about having a winning record first? Let's start with a winning record. How about let Meteos do all the shot calling, everybody shuts up and listens? How about start there?
Or just put Dardock in and have
no shot calling, but still win a lot of games.
It's not like they don't. I mean, they're not gonna have shot calling.
It doesn't matter if Dardock goes in 10-0, they're gonna win the game anyway.
I think that either way, you're in good shape for the jungle position, regardless with both of them.
There's a problem. Starting with Meteos, if they want to do the shot calling, I don't think anybody else should be dictating like exact decisions beside him. I don't think anybody on the team is in a right. Maybe I don't think anybody in the team is gonna have a right mindset in terms of.
He won't let me dig through his drawers. But
Because I have sex dolls in there.
Don't say that again, please. Okay, so for the most part, yeah, you're right. I would say Meteos probably should be the main shot caller if he's playing.
Would you? So what if Big was on Tom Kench and dictated things around the map?
I'd like to see that in action, honestly. That'd be kind of interesting.
I like women.
I bet.
All right.
But for the most part, I think this is going to be a pretty mediocre lane because they have two mediocre
There's
players.
a world in which this team is just amazing and wins the NALCS finals. And there's also a world where I sprout wings and fly.
Well, I'm just saying.
Which scenario do you believe?
Shut up. So I'm saying that Dokla and Big are going to be the two big players who hold them back because I think everybody else is capable. I think this team could have been good if they had brought in the right people.
I think that you got to go with like Acadian essentially wasn't even. See, the problem with Acadian was that he was feast or famine jungler, and that's not consistent enough. And jungle is a really important position, and you need to not be able to do that for jungle position. You factor in. Okay, let's break down the roster now. Okay, so we have Dokla. He's gonna be out. Okay, Meteos and Dardock are gonna be Meteos and Dardock are gonna be hands down the best players on the roster. Crown is a question mark and a wild card, and your import mid laner. So he's like,
I think it could work out. I think
Arrow.
I think the big problems are going to be support and top. I think without a doubt they're the worst players on the team. The team almost died right there. But for the most part, I think that if you could probably like somehow like kind of work towards the summer split, you kind of work in your academy planers and support and top. I think it could eventually turn out to be a good team. I'm sure Arrow could formulate like how to like mold his support into a good top. Support for him. Just sit there and help him. And then
Who's
the
their
top
coach?
lane.
Zabutin from last play?
Yeah, I don't know. The
coaching staff is all messed up in that.
I just don't see a world where this team makes it, even if they make it to the playoffs, which I doubt it. I don't see them.
They might be a great team in playoffs.
Even if they make the playoffs, I don't see them getting out of the first round, and they're going to be the last seed, if anything.
Maybe fifth seed.
Well, I don't see that. I'm saying
It's barely sixth place?
Barely sixth place.
Like, they go, 9-9?
I just think that the bottom teams definitely are comparable to them. There's no...
Clutch Gaming is arguably better.
Clutch Gaming is way better than them.
Echo Fox, I mean, people rag on them right now, but they might be a sleeper pick, actually.
I think they're going to be making the playoffs.
I still think they're going to be 10th place.
They have a good team.
Echo Fox is Rush, Phoenix, Apollo, Hakuo, and Solo.
It's not bad.
That's
not 10th place. This team is 10th place in comparison. Apollo Hakuo are a good solid bot lane. Mm-hmm. You have Phoenix, who's a good mid laner. You have a really good jungler in Rush, and then you just have like Lolo.
Or maybe Solo.
It's Lolo. It's Lolo.
They had Lorlo on their Instagram page today.
By the way, we didn't actually end up doing a video on Lorlo, did we? That's when I broke my computer in half.
Yeah, and then he also made me broke too. They were broke.
I'm not broken as in money. I'm broke as
He's
in
broken
I broke
as in
my
money.
Computer.
He's like, I'm broke, and I can't afford to have top ramen anymore.
Well, whatever. But for the most part, I think that this... Lorlo is definitely an upgrade over Solo. I wanted to acknowledge that. I don't think...
We did talk about Lorlo in the last video, did we?
Did we? I don't know. It's been a while. We haven't made a video because...
We made another video just for the specific scenario for this. We made a Cloud9 video for my birthday, and he deleted it.
I did. I didn't like it.
See? So we did have a video for a rainy day, but he deleted it. So blame him.
But...
Okay, so let's see. Synergy. I don't think these guys are going to have any synergy. I think they're very predictable in draft.
We don't know anything. We don't have enough people to know. We haven't seen them in action.
I mean, going off what I saw last year, these guys are going to be very predictable in draft.
It's a different team.
I mean...
You can't base it off of this.
They're going to put Crown on a control mage or something he won't feed on, like Malzahar, Syndra.
I doubt they're going to do that. They imported him for a reason, and they're not going to... They're expecting
He's going to be their carry?
They're expecting him to be some form of carry. That is an ant. He really stood up all for that.
All my big giant
But
muscles.
I actually I have a few things. I'm assuming this video is pretty much done for the most part.
Yeah,
so.
we broke down the Optic roster. Synergy.
Synergy is a question mark because we don't know yet. We need to see them in action.
They more or less downgrade. They upgraded and downgraded. It's like buying a really expensive car and then you go out and buy a 1996 Honda or something like that. That's kind of what
they upgraded.
They got a Lamborghini in Medios and Dardock, and then they went and got a 1990 Honda with Crown and big and.
Wait, don't insult Crown.
He's got a Honda.
Crown could be easily fine. I'm not worried about
Crown. Could be your new 2018 Cadillac.
I'm just worried about the.
You see what I mean? There, they got something. They got a really good car, and then was like, "Hey, we might need this. We might need another car. Let's not get another good, decent one. Let's get a hand-me-down used one."
How about we don't do analogies?
How about that? How about I mean?
But for the most part, I do like we acknowledge the problems with them, and with
Here's my prediction. Yeah. Here's what I'll be on my power rankings: 7th.
That's fine, but
generous. I might give him 8th.
Just 10th is stupid though. Are you? Oh wait, no, that was for Echo Fox.
Yeah,
I think they could easily be 10th. I just think Echo Fox is easily at least top 7 to 8 or 7. Yeah,
I'm giving Echo Fox 8th probably.
You really believe in this roster more than Echo Fox's?
This one? Nah, this one I'm putting it like 9th. Maybe 9th.
What I'm saying,
Echo Fox would be 8th probably.
Yeah. But all around, I think now that the rosters are filled out, we are probably going to do our power rankings for the most part.
And I'm gonna win.
Maybe. We're going to do our power rankings.
Yeah, I predicted the last 2 Spring Split winners from last year. G2 and, not G2, Fnatic and TL.
You predicted Fnatic before.
I predicted G2 on the next split, but, we all make mistakes.
Wait, did you pick TSM?
I had TL in my power rankings for first.
Oh, okay.
For both Spring and playoffs.
Well, I put TSM first. I remember that. So, that kind of
winner!
Sucked. He is the winner. But,
and I thought G2 would come back to form, and then I realized he had Yarn and I did.
Yeah, but for the most, we're planning on doing a power ranking soon.
So,
because,
this is kind of a slight
McAfee.
This was a slight update video.
Yeah, mostly because we didn't put out a video in a while because I broke everything.
It wasn't because we didn't want to post. I don't make that clear. We didn't. It wasn't like we were not trying.
I
to
don't
post
think
anything.
it matters, but that's it. I think that
we broke down Optic's new roster. They're going to be between 8th and 10th. Sorry, Medios.
Yeah, that's a bad team, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're not gonna have any synergy. They're gonna be very predictable in draft, I think.
We don't have any idea if that's gonna happen. We can't say that.
Medios, if he's a shot caller, I mean
I think they have good shot calling. They have one of the better shot callers in NA. I want to point that out, so they could easily make it into the playoffs. I want to say that this team also is very explosive.
Maybe it's very volatile too.
It's volatile because the fact that we don't know what form Crown's gonna come in. We don't know what type of player Arrow's gonna be, and Dardock and Medios are gonna be good. So this could easily be a playoff team. I just don't want to. I don't know where to put them because the 2 other weak links are extremely weak.
All right,
one of the worst in their positions. So that's gonna be it.
GTH and Nightwing.
Nightwing.
Nightwing.